Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They'll try to get you to trip up over you on yourself. Now that's one thing for sure. You gotta confirm it. Yeah. That boy so stupid. Mm, that wasn't going on, big dog. Nah, heck no.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That boy said you. Oh, boy.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing
All right,
available there for him.
Boy, you serious, huh?
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he spins past him and into space. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Come on, Lamar.
They hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Check. Lucky. Watch it now, Barney.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one, whatever they're doing.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action.
Boy, be frank, Madden holding me on some interceptions, boy. Madden is really getting me right now.
Before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4.
Boy.
It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch it now, Barney.
The give is to Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
And first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And the Titans getting set to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script
Corner just didn't even move right there.
That's what I'm seeing so far.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Did Chad get off?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think that.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Back to throw here. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. He completes it to Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Detroit!
They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Green 39! Green 39!
He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Gone! 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 I got you. I got you.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side.
No, he didn't.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Let's go! 319! 319!
A give to Jones. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson on 1st down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room at the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Motion, motion, motion. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And caught by Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Yeah! Detroit! Detroit! Mike 46. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Leopard! Leopard!
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We didn't recover that?
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Gun! Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now Jackson on first down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does.
Why you stop? Why?
I don't think that was his primary target.
What are you doing?
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
You're supposed to run from left to right.
Really nice game.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this Titan offense is running away with this one. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And
drop that
get
ball.
This only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Oh. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
It would pick anyway, but I was going to pick that.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Like, why they won't let me control this dude
This
for
fielded
so
a few
long?
yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that crazy pick.
Picks it. A beautiful spin and room to run. And a great move again.
Oh, what a crazy pick.
Return, but not before he's
and he hurt. Oh, my goodness.
Now a timeout being called as there's an injured
and you hurt.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah,
face man.
A long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they said what?
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Saquon Barkley, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll go again to Jones. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Boy, what
3
you doing?
yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
What you doing? No.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Good stuff, Smith.
Boy, it looked like he had it, and dropped it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a
Good
runner?
game,
Is it going to be
dude.
a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant
Y'all
of
wanna
a
shoot?
performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
I can once I.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Boy, they done hold both of us. That be on some bullshit, bro.
So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense,
Did you see that pass? My running back, man, hey, man do some stupid shit. My dude in the end zone waiting for the ball. But as soon as I throw it, the bitch go out of bounds to the right side. Man just do stupid stuff, bro. Oh, I gotta run. What am I doing?
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it
I
goes.
ran through that interception. Nigga, I'm pressing triangle running through that shit. That's a pick six,
And
man.
Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And when Chalk was in the back of the end zone, but when I threw it, that's just stupid of me, bro.
Take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup.
Shit, nobody wasn't around him, though, bro. Nobody.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that,
Yeah,
it's been
yeah.
very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
I came straight through that bitch, too.
Now a handoff, running left.
Swear, you want to shoot?
I'm in my game. I got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Who you playing?
Officially
The
no
Steelers.
gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Man, just a carry home field, man. Yeah.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is
Okay,
3rd
get
and
that
8.
agility, Vixen.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out.
Oh!
The shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful.
Oh my goodness!
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility.
That was
of
a
the deep
touchdown
ball,
he
and they were more
overthrew.
than ready for it.
We've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
What's up?
Outside on the trampoline later.
Okay, it's
Their
raining
already
outside.
slim hopes are going to ride on
All right,
this
big
one. They'll
dog.
go on 4th down.
All right, bro.
Detroit! Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on
ass outta
4th
here.
down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great
Boy,
field
stupid.
position. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And this game
That doggone
comfortably in
Tyreek
hand.
dropped the ball
scoreboard
2
speaks for
times
itself,
on
but you
one
still got your
play.
starting quarterback out there.
Man.
Let him get some time.
They making my cornerback not even play the ball, bro. Like, I had so many interceptions that game. Man, that was holding me, bro. I'm glad he threw one to my rookie, though.
Did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the
Well,
team
know
that
you in
had
a
big
dog
lead?
fight when
And
you
in
kneeling
each
at the end to
instance,
secure
I
the
asked
win.
coaches later on,
Boy,
why
you
didn't
said
you do
something.
that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
Man, if I wasn't trying to bum the ball every play,
Come on,
The
man.
amount of sacks
This
that
shit
they've
would be
absorbed in
different.
this game
I
is
could try to
absolutely
bum it
extraordinary.
every
Let's just
play.
face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Jackson And this is caught. It's Parker.
Ooh.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost
no interception, should have had like 3 on.
That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Man, that old Patrick Peterson, man, he be ball.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over.
I saw you in the back of the end zone circle. I missed you. I missed you. I saw you late.
To their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add.
What are you doing, man? We restarting.
I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I, we think about
should I sign my guys, man?
Yeah, you should sign your guys,
some more
man.
Scores for my fantasy, for other things. They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Let's eat.
That gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the
Let's
passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And despite the late lead, and now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first
I saw
down.
you circle.
Partner,
Boy, I be missing you all game.
Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Oh, see, why the frick you stop?
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Your play art gets you running all the way across the field, bro. Why are you stopping?
Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Yeah, I already clicked the play out.
They'll try and sneak it here, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Flying that cupcake
that
division,
touchdown allows you to
man.
start grinning widely on your sideline. I think
He probably got more wins than all 3 of them
That's
got
the clincher,
combined.
the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now the try here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
See how long Saquon out?
And this will be a touchback as
That boy had been playing pretty good, too.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
How long you got?
Coaches,
I don't know.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly.
Damn, 7-0.
Playing the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again.
We need to put
you may meet up with this team
Ivan them in a division. Like, you know, Mikey, Ivan. You know what I'm saying?
What you saying?
Here we go now. 3-19.
I hear myself. I can
The Christopher!
They work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Saquon ain't no news.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted the third time. Snags it for the pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. Thought they had something going there to
What'd you say about Saquon?
Here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive.
How long you got?
Until that interception.
I don't know. Shoulder test, so he probably gonna be out like between 4 to 6 weeks.
Now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys.
He'll be back for playoffs. That's all you can ask.
They're excited about where they are in this game.
I guess so. I guess that bum not to get hurt.
Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Tennessee, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to